For decades, the term generation gap has been used to define how younger people see the world compared to their parents. Those differences range from culture to politics to relationships. And as we found, it also applies to Israel. Chris Mitchell takes a look at why one ministry is introducing millennial pastors to the land of the Bible.
In their first visit to Israel, these young pastors will get a special look at the country and its history.
We need to represent Israel in a fresh lens, in a new way, and cultivate that heart. And so that's why trips like this are really important.
Eagle's Wings founder Robert Stearns believes Israel is too often portrayed as a villain by media, the UN, and movements like BDS, which calls for boycott, divestment, and sanctions against the state.
And too often, in a narrow first glance look, Israel can be painted as the Goliath and the Palestinians as the David. And so it's really vital to come here and understand the realities on the ground.
Those realities include seeing an Israel beyond the headlines and other noise.
So many people in my generation are like, I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm going to have to see it in order to really believe it. And so to come here, you see the truth. And you connect with people, you talk with people, and you really do find out what's actually going on here.
Some felt that as millennials motivated by social justice, they needed to hear the Jewish side of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Taking the journey really of the Jewish people and being able to walk that with them, and then being able to now say, I stand with Israel. After seeing their journey, there's no other side to stand on, and you can't grasp that unless you're here.
Rabbi Penny Dunner, one of America's leading young rabbis, joined this group of evangelical pastors.
I think that they get it, and I think that the more that Jews realize that they have brothers and friends in the evangelical world, and particularly with the emerging generation of millennials, I think the greater the chances for the success of the state of Israel and for the coming of the Messiah.
Many felt it was time to make the trip to Israel.
I would challenge everyone to do whatever it is, whatever sacrifice they have to make, whatever they have to set aside to make this trip because it's life-changing.
For me, it's completely opened up my eyes to God's plan for this land, God's plan for the Jewish people, God's plan for Christians, and this partnership that started to come together it's history in the making.
Chris Mitchell, CBN News, Jerusalem.